Here we are, another beautiful night.
So warm, actually.
Yeah, I think we touched 85 today. 87, I think the news said.
Starting to feel like summer.
Starting to feel like summer. So, doesn't that mean that this thing's going away?
Clearly, yeah. Did you hear? It goes away with the warm months.
Yeah. That's what some of our politicians believe. So we must be getting back to normal here any second.
Yeah.
I think Easter would be a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get a ton of people in church and
Yeah.
congregate.
Yeah. Closely.
Closely, very closely. Sharing food and wine and
Hugs.
all of that. Yep.
Yeah.
As close as humanly possible.
Right.
She's in a mood today. She hasn't gone for a walk in a couple of days, so she's super antsy. She's really into the walk right now.
So anyway,
some updates.
what have you been up to the last couple days?
I have been off the last 2 days. It's been actually pretty nice. I have to go into work tomorrow morning though. Other than that, I've just been sort of chilling, trying to stay healthy, trying to stay away from other people. I don't think I've left the house since I last worked.
Well,
which
that's
is a given.
That's what they want.
That's what they want. It's just true. I'm trying to stay as healthy as I can for as long as I can so that I can keep working, but yeah, so I've just been sort of chilling, working on some projects at home. What have you been doing?
Working.
Working, yeah.
A lot. I've actually, our work week starts on Wednesday. I actually hit the 40-hour mark today, and it's only Saturday.
Oof.
So I've got
Lots of overtime.
I've got the next 3. Actually, not a lot of overtime this week because
it was supposed to be cruise day for you and Mom.
It was supposed to be cruise day for us. Yep. I think I ended up with 41 hours total. I'm not working any of the next 3 days unless things get really stupid. They may call me in, but they're going to try to leave me alone for a couple days so I can recharge the batteries a little bit.
Yeah. Got inventory this week. I got roped into helping out one of our departments. Some of our inventories were canceled, but other departments still have to do it, so I got roped into counting. So that's this week.
Awesome.
Yeah, isn't it? I'm hoping they'll cancel it like last minute, but I doubt it.
So yeah, what's going on in the world since we last did one of these?
Oh God.
I know
House bill was passed.
Yep, we got checks in the mail. We got money coming.
Yep.
We don't know how much yet.
Yep.
Because we really didn't. They're not really that clear on the status of these two.
Adult dependents.
Right, adult dependents. When I filed my taxes, just because of the way
student loans
and all that stuff works, it was better to put her as a dependent on me, and then let them do their own taxes as a dependent, which I think would give them more. But the more I think about it, I think next year, now that you're out of school, you guys will be no longer
filing separately.
Well, I got to figure out how that's going to work because of health insurance.
Oh.
I don't know if you can be on your own and not a dependent if you're still getting health insurance from us. I think that's ultimate. I don't know. I'm not a tax accountant. I don't know the rules. I'm just doing what the software tells me to do. But next year we'll look a little harder at.
Yeah. It's at least $2,400 coming in for you and Mom.
Yeah.
Whether or not Cameron and I get anything,
yeah. We don't know. We know children get $500 each on the stimulus, but they specifically said under the age of 17. So you guys are both clearly older than that.
Yeah.
So we don't know how that's going to work out. I mean, ideally, they send you guys each $1,200 too, but who knows?
Yeah.
So, and quite frankly, in our situation, behind us.
Yeah.
none of us have lost our jobs at this point. Well, mom's out of work, but they're continuing to pay her.
But more on that later.
So technically she's not out of work either. But so this money coming in for us, in anyway, is extra money that we can just set aside just in case. So the checks that they're sending us is going to be extra for us at this point.
Yeah.
Just because we're all still working. The unemployment, I don't know if you saw the numbers.
It's like something like 3 million.
Over 3 million people applied for unemployment, which is the highest ever. So there's that, and most of them are restaurant, hospitality, all that, because basically the travel industry as a whole has just ground to a halt completely. So anybody that makes their money from travel, tourism, and the like is essentially not working at this point. We won't be able to take advantage of any of the unemployment benefits that are being offered, which is basically whatever your state gives you, which plus, North Carolina was, I think, maxes out at $390 something a week. And then the federal government's going to kick in with an extra $600 a week. So $900 a week before taxes.
I might be able to do that since my other job, but I don't know. Haven't looked too far into it.
Yeah, well,
because I was just hired at a minor league baseball team, and clearly there's no games happening right now.
But you've worked a grand total of 3 hours for them.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll be eligible yet for unemployment.
I don't know
how that's going to work.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Something to research.
Yeah.
If I truly get squat from the stimulus.
Yeah, you're probably SOL.
Yeah.
Yeah. The young people for sure are not well taken care of. This is designed to help, establish people and whatnot. But yeah, there's that, and I think
my student loans got deferred until October.
Oh, okay.
Pay that.
Yeah,
So,
your student loans are deferred. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I was supposed to start paying in May. They paused payments for all federal student loans until September 30th. So I get another couple of months to
deferment
to save up.
Save up.
Oh my God.
Dogs, fire hydrants. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I've got to sit down and look at everything because I'm getting a bunch of emails from various companies that we have car loans, home loans. I know our home mortgage company has options if you want to defer payments, but I think all that is basically deferred payments, so interest continues to accrue on stuff like that.
Whereas on the student loans, the interest is also paused until October.
Yeah, student loans, it's like
everything's frozen.
Press the pause button on it.
Yeah.
Whereas on loans, interest is going to continue to accrue. You can just stop paying for however many months you need to.
Yeah.
So probably won't take advantage of that, but I don't know.
Since we still have some income.
Since we still have income coming in, yeah. The only income I've lost through all this is my hockey refereeing, which was about $500 a month based on the average number of games that I do. So that money is essentially gone away. But that's a contractor. I don't think I can get any kind of unemployment from that. But
actually, they expanded it to freelancers and gig.
Yeah, I suppose I could look into that and see if I could get that part of my income replaced, but I don't know. It's something we got to look at maybe in the next 3 days when I'm off.
Yeah.
It's something I can research. So if they even have that information available to us yet, because they just signed the bill yesterday. So
just have to do some research.
But yeah, mom. She works at a small mom and pop restaurant. They employ what, roughly 20 people?
Yeah, something like that.
Roughly 20 people employed there. And it's a you know, one family that owns the place, you know, just that one location. So it's small family owned. Yeah. Small family owned mom and pop restaurant. And they've been wavering back and forth over the last several weeks from, oh my God, how are we gonna stay open? You know, to, okay, we're gonna stay open, takeout only, and see where it goes. And then they decide we're gonna stay open through the whole thing because we're getting enough takeout business to support at least the payroll anyway.
Yeah. And then they just finally decided to close.
And then after the bill was signed and details of the bill came out, they decided that they were going to go ahead and close, but they're going to continue to pay all their people.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that they qualify for one of those SBA loans, which I don't know the exact details of it, but from the way I understand it, it's they can take out loans to keep their payroll paid through this thing. And as long as they keep their payroll paid, the loan will be forgiven. So it turns into a grant.
Yeah.
So it's money they wouldn't have to pay back, which I think is a fantastic program. And it helps keep, you know, in this exact situation, it keeps all of us, you know, all of their employees paid and keeps mom paid and keeps us continuing to do what we normally do. So, but I have been noticing less and less, speaking of doing what we normally do, less and less traffic on the highways.
Well, my last day of work was pretty bad. There was almost a rush hour, but I think that was because the county had just announced that it would be issuing a stay-at-home order, so people were out and about trying to do their last of the things.
Yeah.
And then the state, I think, yesterday they announced that we would.
The governor announced.
State of.
Yeah, the governor announced that the entire state is going into a stay-at-home order, effective Monday.
Yeah.
And it's now Saturday night, so we have that coming up on Monday. So I think we're gonna get the store that I work at anyway, and you'll probably see the same.
No problem.
We're gonna be busy tomorrow.
Which is unfortunate because I don't get a truck tomorrow, so.
So whatever's there now is what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get trucks on Sundays.
Well, they stopped skipping trucks for us. Our truck schedule is stabilized quite a bit.
We still have
in the recent days.
A normal
Yeah.
shipment schedule. They didn't change that.
Well, earlier in the week we actually missed. We normally get a truck on Monday, and they canceled that order on us, so we didn't get one on Monday. So we went from getting a Sunday truck all the way to Wednesday before we had the next truck, because we don't get one on Tuesday normally, and which means we didn't get one Tuesday either. So we didn't get one Monday or Tuesday, so we went Sunday all the way to Wednesday. And a store as busy as ours, that's a challenge to deal with.
Just keep looping around.
Yeah, right? So, but since then, the trucks have stabilized. They're pretty much coming on time for the most part to our store. They have upped our they have upped our case counts by about 20%. You know, the case limits that we're allowed to order. So they're allowing us to order, you know, slightly more, and they're basically slowly ramping up those orders so that we can get product in at a rate that's faster than the customers are buying it. So we're very slowly starting to get the store stocked back up, but we're still out of a lot of the panic buy staples. Toilet paper, our paper aisle completely, because all of our toilet paper, napkins, paper towels, and all that stuff is all in one aisle. That aisle is still completely empty.
Yeah, we're the same way too.
The meat department is getting enough in every day, because we get 6 trucks a week, to almost fill everything in the morning. But where on a normal basis, we're able to fill it in the morning, and then fill it some more later in the day, and then fill it some more in the evening before everybody goes home. They're basically filling it full in the morning, and then that's it. The truck
Yeah.
is gone, and what is there is there. So, and the customer buying patterns have adjusted accordingly. They figured out that if they need something, you got to come in early in the morning. So we're extremely busy right at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
When the store opens up. We get a mad rush of people, and then the store dies down in the middle of the day, and then we get another big rush in the afternoon.
Yeah, we're the
around
same
dinner time,
way.
so.
We've actually started like limiting the amount of people that can be at the store and any one time. Usually it's just the morning. They usually give up counting heads after like noon or so, but every once in a while you'll see like a team leader or store manager hovering by the door counting heads, because we only have one door open in the mornings.
Yeah.
They've closed off all the other entrances except for one.
Also, they're only limiting so many people in the building.
Yeah, in the mornings though. They've been.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Sir.
But our store is big too. Our square footage wise, our store is big.
Oh yeah, no, we're tiny.
So even with all the people that are coming in the morning, we're seemingly not having too much trouble keeping our 6 feet apart. Although some customers are not following those rules, and they're just going about their day normal. So yeah, we do have customers that I can tell are not taking it seriously, but I am seeing more and more face masks in the store.
Oh yeah, I'd say probably about half of our customers come in with face masks on.
More and more face masks, more and more people
gloves.
wearing gloves. We've actually
seen a couple people wearing face shields coming in.
Yeah, I've seen a couple guys wearing full respirators, like contractor respirators. I've seen that.
Oh, I've seen people come in with gas masks, like full on, like apocalyptic gas masks.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of construction masks. Those seem to be a thing. Because I know what happened is once all the, the health care masks went out of stock, because I don't think you can even get them in stores anymore.
Yeah, no, I doubt it. We struggled to find like a temperature thermometer for our house, because we haven't had to have one since I was a baby.
Yeah.
So we had to get one, and we ended up having to buy like a baby kit from Walmart, from a Target.
Order it online because we couldn't get it in the store.
It was like a baby first aid kit that happened to have a thermometer in it.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't find like single thermometers anywhere else.
But we're getting, and of course, masks are not going to be in stock for a long time, because right now the country's diverting all of the masks that are being produced to the healthcare workers, and rightly so. They should be the ones getting them. They're the ones that are in harm's way. And quite frankly, it does make me a little bit upset that I know there are people that need to wear masks to protect themselves because they're immunocompromised. But there's a lot of people that are coming in.
People coming in with masks.
Young, healthy people with masks because they're paranoid. And I know the ones that are just paranoid and ill-informed because they're not even wearing their mask properly. Yeah. Either their nose is completely outside the mask,
or it's just too loose,
or it's partially, or the mask is on too loose in general, and it's not properly fitted.
Yeah, I see so many people coming in all the time with like ill-fitting masks, and they're not wearing it properly. I'm like, why are you hoarding this essential like thing when you're not actually using it properly, or you don't have the knowledge to use it properly?
Yeah. And then the glove thing too. You see people that are wearing gloves.
They're pulling gloves from like hair dye kits that are just like so flimsy and just like might as well be Reynolds wrap on their hands. Well,
not just that, is I'm seeing people wearing gloves but still doing this, having the same habits. They'll touch the shopping cart and then touch their face. Yeah. Well, whether you're wearing a glove or not, it doesn't matter. If you touch your face and your hand is contaminated, with or without a glove,
you still gotta wash your hands.
You're still gonna get the virus on your face.
Yep.
Glove or no glove. It's just so the ignorance, I guess, is the best word for it. Yeah. Is kind of mind-boggling in that sense.
And you've also had people try and steal like employee gloves.
Oh,
and
yeah.
hand sanitizer. That's meant for the store.
We can't.
That's like,
Yeah, we can't. Well, we've done using the liquid hand sanitizer. We have the sanitizing wipes,
yeah.
and we have like these stands all over the store with the wipes in them.
Yeah.
They're having to fill those several times a day because people are going up to those stands and taking
all of them.
and just taking a whole bunch of them and putting them in a Ziploc bag and taking them home with them.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can't leave gloves laying around where a customer can reach them.
Like the blue nitrile.
No, our regular food service gloves.
Yeah.
We don't. Ours aren't blue. Ours are clear.
Oh, mine are blue.
Yeah. But yeah, just the regular food service gloves. If they're within reach of a customer,
mm-hmm.
and you turn your back for a second, they're gone.
Yeah.
They're at our store. They're doing, they have a person stationed at the front door. So every customer who comes in, they're offering to sanitize their cart for them.
Yeah, oh yeah,
with,
that's
with
the thing
the
that
sanitizer.
they've been doing at our store too.
Yeah.
With our
but they have a
our
cart.
baskets. They're sanitizing all the baskets
right.
as they come to our front door.
Yeah, they have a cart set up next to the door to kind of work as a table.
Yeah.
To keep, gloves, sanitizer, towels,
yeah.
Paper towels, and all their supplies on. And I know of at least 4 or 5 times today where they came back to our department to get more gloves because somebody turned their back and the box of gloves disappeared. And then I think we talked on a previous video about the case where one person took like 6 of our sanitizer bottles and walked out the door with them. So,
yeah.
And the sanitizer they're using is a sanitizer that we use to sanitize our dishes.
Mm-hmm.
And that stuff it works. But it's
J512. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the J512 by Johnson Diversity.
Yep.
That stuff works, but it's not designed to be like a long-term keeping.
It's not shelf stable.
Right.
Like once it's out in the open and like oxidizing, it starts to lose its effectiveness.
Yeah, it starts to lose its effectiveness almost immediately.
Yeah.
And in fact, the manufacturer of this stuff says you should be changing it every 4 hours.
Yeah.
So and that's what they're doing is every 4 hours they're coming, pouring out the sanitizer bottles, putting fresh sanitizer in the bottles, and then bringing them back up front. So if a customer steals the sanitizer bottle after 4 hours,
as good as soapy water.
Right. After 4 hours, you might as well just pour water on your hands because that's about the effectiveness that you're getting there. So yeah, you got all kinds of crazy stuff.
Did somebody also steal your soap dispenser out of your?
Yep.
Yeah, you sent me that text of the picture.
Soap dispenser. Well, there were 2 soap dispensers because one was either broken or I don't know why a second one got mounted in the bathroom, but in the employee bathroom. And because of the construction at our store, the employee bathrooms are the only bathrooms right now. So the customers are coming in using the employee bathrooms. Well, somehow at some point a second soap dispenser, so we had one on each side of the sink, and the other day one of those disappeared. So
vanished.
Yeah, it just vanished. All that's left on the wall is the mounting tape where the soap dispenser used to be. So I mean, people are doing some weird stuff.
People act up when they're scared.
And then we get a lot of people that are just plain old selfish.
Yeah.
Like on Thursday, we had just a special day. I don't know. They all came out of the woodwork on Thursday. We had a lot of doing some fat kid breathing because we're walking uphill.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of customers that are just doing stupid stuff. We had one guy came up to me and complained because there was a specific brand of butter he was looking for that he says we advertise on our website that we carry.
Oh yeah.
And because of the construction going on and because of this virus thing, our store has reduced variety on a lot of products, particularly in the dairy, because that's where a lot of the construction's going on right now. So we're only carrying kind of the well-known brands.
Yeah.
And the store brand, of course,
yeah,
of stuff. And this brand, I don't even remember what brand it was, but he was complaining that you're supposed to have it. It says in your website you're supposed to have it.
Yeah. We get so many people coming in, like, being upset that we don't have things that are advertised on our website.
Yeah.
And, like, that's a usual thing. Like, towards the end of the week, we stop ordering sales items and we let it sell down.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. People just get so very particular when we don't have sale items.
And then after
at the end of the week.
and then after I explained to him why we don't have that special brand of butter that he's looking for,
Yeah.
then he starts tearing me apart over our rain check policy, which has been put on hold during this coronavirus event because, and I basically told him, I said, sir, I said,
guarantee that we have the product to
I said,
begin
with our out of stock conditions that we have.
Oh, damn.
I didn't step on them, but I saw it. It looked like sand, but no, it's ants.
Yikes.
That's all ants. So anyway, back to the story. So you know, I'm explaining to him, I said, if we did that, we would need a whole team of people parked at the service desk doing nothing but writing rain checks.
Yeah.
And the look on his face was like, yeah, and
why aren't you?
I said no. I said until all of this calms down and things start getting back to normal, they have suspended our rain checks. We're not writing rain checks any longer until this is all over.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh. Go this way. You don't dictate where we go. We dictate where we go.
We have a pretty loose return policy usually, and we're kind of known for that, and the customers abuse our return policy all the time. So recently we stopped taking returns just because of like safety reasons for our front end people, and we're getting so many people that are so upset that we can't do any returns.
Yeah. Well, we're doing the same thing with returns, basically any packaged products. And the whole reasoning behind it is, yeah, you don't want a packaged product going out to someone's house or who knows where it's been, coming back into the store and being resold. I mean, that virus has proven that it can live on inanimate objects for quite a significant period of time. So yeah, they're not taking anything back once you buy it.
Yeah. Which it's a grocery store, so.
And I think, well, yeah, but you'd be surprised how many people want to return a $2. They'll make a special trip 15 miles to the store to return a $2 item.
Yeah, we have a couple of regular returners that every week will come in with like a good like 5 or 6 items that they just wanted to try and then returned it when they didn't like it. Yeah,
the only things we're allowing to return is stuff that's produced in the store and it's for quality issues or, you know, maybe it's out of date or something to that effect.
Yeah.
You know, anything that obviously is not, you know, it's stuff that we wouldn't sell anyway if it came back. You know, that stuff we're allowing returns on. But, you know, a 48 roll package of toilet paper that's unopened,
no.
I'm sorry, you bought it, you own it.
You panic bought it.
Yeah.
You need to own up to that.
Yep.
It's yours now.
Yep. So, but we have seen an uptick in sales ever since this bill passed.
Yeah.
Because
people are expecting money now.
Now the check's in the mail, so they're
It's not gonna be here for another couple of weeks though.
No, but they know it's coming.
Yeah.
So they're buying while they can.
Dear.
But it tends to be very spurty.
Yeah.
She's eating grass. That can't be a good sign.
Well, Mom had her last day of work yesterday.
Unexpectedly.
Yeah, she was supposed to work through the restaurant's closing on Sunday, but she started coming down with like a cough, and here in this area we have a lot of like tree pollen, and typically she has allergies, so that's what we thought it was.
Yeah, my car is covered covered in yellow dust.
Yeah.
From the pollen.
Yeah.
And every year the pollen bothers both Mom and Cameron.
Yeah. So she developed a little bit of a cough this week. She went to work with that cough. and they, just for like precaution's sake, like we're pretty sure it could have been allergies or like just some sort of cold, because she's not exhibiting a whole lot
it was
of
all in her
symptoms.
head. It was like nasal,
Yeah.
throat, cough.
Yeah.
It didn't fit into the category of coronavirus.
Yeah. But just for precaution's sake, they took her off the schedule until the store closed, so she's starting her break a little bit early. Ooh, that's a warm wind.
Yeah, it is a warm wind. I think it's because it's coming off the road. The road is still very hot. So yeah, they're closing in 2 days, so they took her out of work today, and today and tomorrow. She's really only missing 2 extra days of work, and they're closing until May 1st.
Yeah.
We can start back
But
the other direction.
They did their biggest day of sales like ever. She said they sold out of most of the items.
Yeah, they ended up having to close early.
Like, something like 12 dozen bagels or something.
They ended up
like
having to close early because they announced on all their social media pages that they were closing until May 1st.
And they got a rush of takeout orders of people stocking up on like their breads, their donuts.
Yeah. And I'm sure some of it was people that are trying to support local business as much as they can.
Yeah, because Durham, the city that she works, has a very like strong culture in local businesses.
Yeah.
It's a very sort of like hipster sort of neighborhood that's very proud of their
It's turning into
roots.
that, yeah.
Like there's multiple breweries and restaurants, and there's a lot of indie support there.
Durham is becoming it's got a bad reputation for a lot of crime and that stuff, and there still is an element of that, but Durham is becoming very I guess gentrified would be the word.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it.
So it is becoming very hipster, particularly downtown. Particularly downtown, and they're relatively close to downtown.
And then Cameron. We want to talk about Cameron.
Cameron. Well, we had, what, a week ago?
Yeah.
Or so? He texted us saying that he was just at a customer's house, and that customer told him that the customer was kicked out of a store for displaying coronavirus symptoms, whatever that means.
Yeah.
He didn't elaborate on that.
On him.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
And he ended up doing some work for them for a few hours in their home. So if they were in fact positive, they didn't say one way or the other.
Yeah.
Probably because they couldn't get a test, because you can't get a test in this country. So who knows what that person was suffering from.
Yeah.
But anyway, he tells us about it. And
over the weekend he developed like a cough and a fever, and he's been spending a lot of time in his room just sort of like sleeping it off. And he said today he developed a sore throat too, so
yeah,
not really sure.
We don't know what it is, but basically what we've done with his room is he likes to stay there anyway and not leave that room and just stay on his computer. That's normal for him.
Yeah.
But we just added the barrier of him keeping his door closed. He has a fan in his window that is pushing air out of his room, which basically creates a negative pressure, so that none of the air that's in his room comes into the house. It's going straight outside. So
yeah,
we don't know at this point what is up with him.
Yeah. He called out of work at my store today because he works at the same store that I do, just like part-time
in addition to his full-time job. So he called out of that job today because he wasn't feeling well, and
who knows about when he returns to his normal job tomorrow.
We're just keeping an eye on him right now, and we'll see where it goes, because we definitely don't want to let him get too bad, because if he does in fact have this thing,
he has asthma and lung issues already.
Yeah.
So
not only that, is for certain people, I've seen this thing go from, I read we saw one story of a guy who was in terrific shape.
Yeah.
Story on the news, and within 4 days he was dead.
Yeah.
So we don't know. They didn't elaborate on what underlying conditions he might have had. Obviously, he probably had something that was underlying for it to happen, because most of the people that this thing is killing are people that have underlying conditions, and you know, a compromised immune system is obviously one of them. Obesity is another.
High blood pressure,
diabetes, I guess, is a case where
that usually goes along with high blood pressure too, but
so, and you know, of course, all those problems are running rampant in the American community in particular.
So it's hitting us pretty hard.
Americans aren't known to be some of the healthiest people. We don't live on public transportation like they do in other parts of the world. Americans are good at owning cars, which a lot of people in the world don't have, and keeping our cars 10 feet from our door and parking 10 feet from our work. So yeah, Americans lead a much more sedentary lifestyle in general than people in other parts of the world. So that could come back to bite us. But yeah, the United States is well over 100,000 now, approaching 200,000.
Our state just broke the 1,000 mark today, I think.
Yep.
We have over 1,000 now with 4 deaths, I think.
No, there's more than that. I don't remember what the exact numbers are for North Carolina.
Yeah.
But we're now the most coronavirus country in the world.
USA.
We're number one.
USA.
Yeah. Hashtag America.
Yeah. But we're keeping an eye on Cameron. We're keeping a close eye on that.
Yeah.
So far, the two of us feel pretty okay. I don't want to speak for you, but I feel fine.
I've been fine, just tired from you know, working 43, 44 hours in 4 days.
Yeah, it's mostly exhaustion.
Yeah. But I've got the next 3 off, so we'll see how I feel after sleeping in tomorrow and resting throughout the day. I don't have any plans tomorrow. Can't go anywhere anyway, nothing's open. I may end up going, that's a nice car. I may end up going to Walmart tomorrow at some point, because I've got to try to find, we're way overdue in changing our air filters in our house.
Can you wait until I get home? I want to go to Walmart.
You want to go? What time are you working till?
Till 4, I think.
Okay. We'll go when you get home then.
Walmart closes at 8:30 now, I think.
So I need a couple air filters, and I think we're going to upgrade to HEPA filters if I can get them. I don't know if I'll be able to get them or not. I can get regular filters at my store. They're fully stocked on air filters. And if we can't find them at Walmart, maybe we can go to Home Depot and get them. But I want to get a set of HEPA filters.
Okay.
So
yeah, we have our not panic shopping list ready again.
Yeah, we have a shopping list, a running shopping list. Whenever we think we need something, we put it on there.
Or we run out of something.
And the title of that list is Not Panic Shopping List.
Yeah. So we do that every I
think Nala's ready to go home and relax.
Week and a half.
So we got to go up that road there. So it's dark up there. So we're going to go ahead and end the video while we still have light. Even though it's not a lot of light, but we're going to go ahead and end it because I think I've run out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, it's been a pretty eventful couple of days. Figured we'd hop on together to kind of explain everything, because
catch up.
It's been a lot.
Yep.
Everything about this virus is sort of moving quickly, and everything's changing. And stop chewing on your lip.
But at least finally more and more people are starting to heed the warning and stay home.
Hand to her. Yeah.
Hey, stop.
No, I wanted footage of that.
Oh.
I yelled at her for.
She likes to chew on her leash. And she's chewing chunks out of the leash. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there are chunks being taken out of her leash. So, all right. Well, we're going to go ahead, now that there's a break in cars, we're going to go ahead and end the video. So, until the next one, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see you then.
See you then.
Bye.